think of a time in your life that there's something that you wanted desperately, and yet it did not happen. I was hoping to win the $1 billion lottery. That didn't happen either. Of course, it might have helped if I bought a ticket. But just think of a time when there's something you really wanted. The two going to the road to Emmaus, there's something in their life that they wanted. They were Jewish, nationalists probably, and yet they wanted that kingdom that David, their ancestor, had. They were hoping that Jesus would be the Messiah, hoping that he would be the one to lead them back to what they once had, a free land, a land without the Romans, a land without foreigners in it. With the death of Jesus, they figured that's it. We placed our faith in someone who really wasn't the prophet that was foretold. Of course, they had a complete misunderstanding, and many of our readings this week will talk about misunderstanding. Who Jesus really was, and what type of a Messiah he came to be. He did not come to be a military ruler or a king like David, but rather he came to establish a new kingdom and invited people to join him on the way to his new kingdom. Many times in the scriptures you'll hear the words, on the way. It is on the way that people meet Jesus. Some follow him, and some reject him. Some refuse to go on the way. And some may like today, misunderstand what the way meant, what kind of a way they were to follow. In our own life, we too are invited to join Jesus on the way. But if there's something that prevents us from recognizing that he is with us. For the two on the way to Emmaus, they failed to recognize him because they misunderstood what he really wanted in his life. Wanted a new kingdom, but different from an earthly kingdom. That they failed to understand. When we don't receive something that we want, we understand that it may not help us on the way, something that Jesus does not want of us. And yet Jesus is always with us on the way. St. Augustine once said in a prayer that he did not recognize Jesus, and yet Jesus was always with him. We pray today we could always recognize Jesus, most especially in the breaking of the bread. He is with us on the way to his eternal kingdom.